Hey there, Sean Terry here from flip2freedom.com, and I've got a couple of unbelievable announcements for you today. First off, the winner of the $1,000 cash giveaway, I'm going to announce on this video at the end of this video. And number two, I want to talk to you about our second ever live event that is coming up here in Dallas, Texas. On September 21st through the 23rd. It's going to be a 3-day event. Last event we did 2-day event, and I can tell you there is a ton of information that we left out because we were short on time. So we decided to do a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Dallas, Texas, and it's going to be unbelievable. It's the Extreme Freedom Live event. So now, what is the Extreme Freedom Live event? What is it about? And I can tell you the stories of people that went for the first one have just been incredible. The success stories people have that are went out and took the information and applied it. Now it's proven. It's phenomenal. But let's get into exactly what you will learn at the Extreme Freedom Live event that will take place in Dallas, September 21st to the 23rd. Now, first off, right? It doesn't matter if you're a brand new investor, you have no cash, you have no credit, don't have any experience, you just maybe were introduced to me or whatever, and you've never done a deal in real estate. And it doesn't matter if you're an intermediate investor, maybe you've done a couple deals, and it also doesn't matter if you're a pro, because we will cover all aspects of levels of information to basically teach you a process, a blueprint, and give you 100% clarity on exactly where you can take this business, this wholesaling business. Now, the first thing is phase one. Now, what phase one is the exact process to go from where you are, zeroed up. Maybe you know anything about real estate, you don't know the terminology. Maybe it scares you, okay? And you're afraid of the fact of maybe talking to a seller, or you don't know how you can get a property under contract that at that deep a discount, what to say to a seller, how to find a title company. Well, phase one is solely focused on giving you step-by-step over-the-shoulder, handheld details that you can go out and go from zero, not knowing anything about real estate, to go out and get your first check in 45 days or less. Now, I can tell you this. Once you have your first check in hand, everything changes in your entire business. Because before that happens, there's skepticism. I know I went out and I talked to my friends and my family and my relatives and everybody I knew, and I said, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go market for a seller. I'm going to get a property that's below market, and then I'm going to turn around and sign a contract with them, and then I'm going to turn around and find a buyer before it has to close, and I'm going to sign a contract, and I'm going to make the difference in the spread. I'm going to contract the property and turn around and sell it, and I don't even own it, and I'm going to make money. Everyone I talked to said it was crazy. They're like, what are you, nuts? You can't do that. One person said you're not going to be able to find properties at that deep of a discount. Other people said you can't do that. It's illegal. You can't do that. You have to close and own the property first. So everyone I talked to said I was completely nuts. But I told the story. I bought this course, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's just sheer just me being a blockhead or whatever, but I believed that it could happen. And I went out and pursued and found a motivated seller, and I made my first check of $11,008. And I can tell you the exhilaration, the feeling, the excitement is amazing. And what that does for you is a couple different things. One, it shuts up everybody, right? There's nothing like documentation. It beats conversation. It beats anything that they said. I say, hey, I got a check. And it proved that it worked. And also it built confidence in me, because when I first started, I didn't have a buyer's list. I didn't have a squeeze page. I didn't know, how to figure out after repair value or repair cost or how to sign a contract. For me on a contract, I had to go down to Staples, and I got a contract down there from Staples, and that's how I got my first deal. I was scrambling. And it was amazing because, you know, I scrambled through that first deal. It took effort, it took energy, I worked my butt off, you know, and I realized that there is a better way. You know, you know, in the course that I bought was piecemealed together. So what the purpose of phase one is to eliminate all that guesswork for you. Because here's the deal, is that when you're getting started, you don't want to waste time. And more importantly, you don't want to waste money on things that don't work, like marketing that doesn't work, or a method that doesn't work, or this silver bullet thing that doesn't work. You don't want to waste time on that. So the bottom line is to give you a clear, concise roadmap to go from where you are to your first check as fast as humanly possible. That's phase one. Okay. Now, once that's accomplished and you go out and get your first check, hey, you know what? Now it's rinse and repeat. Now it's going out and scaling it to the next level. So now the next phase is phase two. Okay. Now phase two is getting 1 year's worth of income in the bank as fast as humanly possible, so you have the option to quit your job. Okay. Because the bottom line is this, is that, you know, some people listening to this right now, you have to commute long hours. You know, you're sitting in your car, maybe you've listened to my podcast in the car, you know, commuting to work, and you're just pulling your brain out because you don't want to go there. Or maybe you're in a dead-end job, and maybe you don't like your boss, or you don't like the coworkers, you don't like the people you're with, or maybe you're just getting by, living month to month. Well, you know, the goal is to exit that, you know, to get out of that. Now, I can tell you, knowing that there's a plan in place that you can escape that environment and that pay level and that ceiling cap gives you hope. And it allows you to, I'm telling you, it makes you sleep. You can sleep better at night. You feel better about yourself. There's an excitement, a vigor in yourself that you've never had before. So knowing you can go out and get your first check, once you accomplish that, it builds the confidence. Then going out and now strategically, on a mission to go out and get 1 year's worth of income working around your job. Now, a couple things have to happen to accomplish that. Number one is that you need to know how to basically take it to the next level, how to continuously go out and have multiple deal months. So maybe you do one, maybe, you know, you're in a stage right now where you've never done a deal, or maybe you've done a deal and you know, and it's sporadic. You have this sporadic stuff going. You get a deal and then 3 months later you get another deal. This will show you how to go out and get multiple deals in a month, so you can go out and get that result and get 1 year's worth of income. Now picture this, imagine this. Imagine you've went out and got your first deal, then you went out and you learned how to rinse and repeat, and you built it to a fact to now you have 1 year's worth of income. Let's say you make $50,000 a year. Now you have $50,000 of cash in the bank doing what we're talking about, real estate, right? So you have a confidence level, an excitement level, you've pursued a goal, the goal is now accomplished, and you got $50,000 of cash in the bank. How are you feeling? I mean, you're feeling incredible because now you have an option to quit your job or not. Now, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you love your job, and maybe you just want to work around and make some extra cash. That's fine. Maybe, though, you just want to be out and say, listen, this is your exit plan. So now from that point, you have the choice to go out and quit your job, okay? Now, to make that happen, like I said, there's a couple different things. Rinse and repeat. And two is basically time management, okay? You have to have laser focus, and you have to have a way of managing your time around your job, around your family, around your life, around all this, to be able to get the most done in the shortest period of time. So we're going to talk all about how to effectively go out and manage your time to get the most amount of productivity to go out and get 1 year's worth of cash in the bank. Okay, that is number two, phase two. Now, phase three is where you go out and then you actually take that step. You go out and you create your 2-week notice, whatever it is, or your resignation to your boss, right? Imagine that day. You make the decision now that now you're going to quit your job, and you fill out your resignation, and you're going to go hand it to your boss. Now, I want to be there for that for you. I mean, that is exciting because there's two things. You are scared out of your mind because you're going, and your wife is going, what the heck are you doing, honey? We got kids, we got mortgage, we got bills, we got this. And hey, now's the time to live the life on your terms, right? So the bottom line is this, is that you take your resignation, you go out there and give it to the boss, and you're done. And you get 2 weeks countdown before, guess what? You're on your own. Well, that's an incredibly, that's a turning point in your business. That's where everything changes. And if you don't know specifically what to do that next day, right? Where to focus your energies, what type of marketing, taking on people. How do you do that? How do you take on the right people to help you build your business? How to not only look at your business, right, and treat it like a business. For so many years in real estate, I was a one-man show. I did everything myself. I would go get the contracts, do the marketing, talk to the sellers, talk to the buyers, put the stuff on the website. I'd do everything myself. And there's only so much you can do yourself. But there is strategic hiring, so you can go out and have help building your business and start treating it like a business. And we show you exactly how to do that. So what we do is take it from that next step of now you make the decision, you're going to quit your job. Now what do you got to do to go out and run a business on a full-time basis? What do you need to do on a daily basis, every single day? We almost do like a day in a life. So you can see what the daily process is for a successful real estate investor to go out and accomplish unbelievable results. Now, just to back up real quick, if you do one deal, let's say you average, $5,000 on a deal, right? If you do one deal, it's pretty good, right? $5,000, hey, you're good. That's not bad, right? Now, if you just do that every month, you're talking, $60,000 of income from going out and just doing one deal. That's not bad. What would it take to get an extra $60,000 a year raise on your job? Well, the next thing is this, is imagine going out now and not doing just one deal or two deals, but doing 4, 5, or 6 deals a month. Well, guess what? Now you're living like a rock star. And see, the thing is that is what is available to going out and going full time, is getting to a level to where now you're not going, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get one deal. It's expected. You understand it. Now you understand the process of, it's a numbers game, and really understanding the numbers on how it works. So once you understand how those numbers work in your favor, you can maximize that for the most amount of profit. Okay. Now, phase 4. That's how to go from 0, right, to $500,000 a year in business. Now, I can tell you right now, there's less than 1% of the American population that makes $500,000 a year. That's 1%, okay? Now, we're going to show you how you can do that. I make way more money than that, I can tell you that. I couldn't live on that. But the bottom line is that the ability to have that ability is in this business. Now, from going from 0 to $500,000 a year in business takes a whole different level of understanding on how the metrics work and how your business can flourish and how to run your business and systemize your business, and taking on other people so you can go out and accomplish those type of results. Now, $500,000 a year, working for yourself, doing what you want to do, not having to answer to a boss, coming and going as you please. And I can tell you, for me, the lifestyle is ridiculous. Kids got out of school in May. I went on a Caribbean cruise, on a Disney cruise down to the Bahamas, and we went on Disney's private island called Castaway Cay. And not only did we get one veranda room for my two daughters. I have a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old, and my wife and I. Just one little room with a veranda overlooking the ocean. But what we did is we brought their friends, right? Because hey, it's great having the kids' friends. So we got 2 veranda rooms right on the ocean, and it was just unbelievable. Talk about first class all the way. Well, that was an incredibly pricey adventure. It was unbelievable, but having this business and having it run when I'm gone, it allow you to be able to do things like that. Now, then that was at the end of May, beginning of June, and then in July for the past 8 years, right? In all the month of July, I take off and completely unplug. Okay, I got a beautiful beach house in Dana Point, California, down by the ocean down there, and it's incredible. The community I live in, right off of PCH and Niguel Road, there's the Ritz-Carlton right there, the St. Regis right there, but it's a gated community, but they have tennis courts, they have pools, they have a huge bluff on the beach down there, and it's amazing. We go there for the entire month and just literally unplug and just hang out with the kids and have a blast and do things. It's phenomenal. But the amazing thing is, this is a crazy thing, I made more in that month than I ever have in history of my life. And I wasn't doing anything. I was working maybe 2 hours a week. And that's what this business can allow you to do, to build something that's sustainable, right? And it's running it like a business to give you the lifestyle, which is just, if you want to travel the world, you can do it. And you can do it here. Now, here's the next thing, is that once you do phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4, that's when your energy is a direct result to your income, okay? So the energy and effort that you or your team puts in, there creates income, okay? I market and I turn around and I can get a deal. And then I put more marketing out, I talk to sellers, I can go get a deal, and I close the deal. So your energy is in direct proportion to your income. That's the the phases there, all the phases of 4 phases of freedom, right? Now, what I call is the wealth effect, right? And it's how to build unlimited wealth. And it's basically to where your results in energy, your energy, has nothing to do with your income. Your income continues to come in. It's called passive cash flow, whether you work or not, whether you wake out of bed or not. Now, it's a very strategic way to do it. So you're not using cash or credit to be able to generate this portfolio of properties, cash flow properties, that will produce income every single month, whether you wake out of bed. So I'll give you an example. Let's say theoretically you had, 20 properties, and they were each producing $500 a month cash flow. So you had 20 properties, and you built up to that, and $500. That's $10,000 a month, and that is coming in on rents every single month. Now you could do this with notes. I've done it with cash flow notes every single month, to where it does not matter if you lift a finger, you're still going to get paid every single month. Okay, that is true wealth. That is true freedom. That is where the process is, because what you're going to have left over is cash stick. When you're flipping these houses and doing 3 and 5 and 7 and 10 deals a month, you're going to have money left over to where you're going to in turn be able to reinvest it into properties. But there is a strategic way to do it to where you don't even have to use that cash. You can actually reinvest it and you can get that cash back very quickly. So you have a zero cash basis in a property, right? And it still produces, $500 a month cash flow without a credit risk either. Because some people are going, well, I don't have credit. How am I can do this? I'll show you how. Okay. Now, that is the wealth effect. Now, the next thing is what I call the triangle effect. And the triangle effect has to do with the law of attraction, okay? Has to do with your spiritual, and it has to do with your mental. Okay. Now, and this is the best way I can, and I'm going to give you a couple different examples here I can explain it. Have you met some people that everything they touch turns to gold? Everything seems easy for them, right? And let's say, for an example, you have two different investors. They're in the exact same market. They mail the exact same list, and they mail that list the exact same mail piece. One investor, right, gets 3 deals. The other investor gets nothing. Do you realize that there is something to that? That's just not luck, right? Because it happens over and over and over again. So here's the deal. When it comes to your mental, spiritual, and the law of attraction, right, there are ways to align yourself with the forces of nature, the universe, to be able to be that investor that everything goes their way. Everything is effortless. Everything is easy. Everything just flows. Instead of having deals that have problems and there's issues and there's title issues and there's all this mess on it, you can have deals that just go through like clockwork and they just close. And you're like, hey, this is great. It's amazing because, I can get a deal under contract and I can turn around and get a buyer on. I take the contracts, I give them to my title lady. I forget about it. We have it in a pipeline report of what's coming in and stuff. But guess what? Next thing you know, I get a wire in my account. Bam, done. And that's what it's supposed to be about. That's the amazing thing about it. So the bottom line is when you are putting those together, it's incredibly important because you might be a person that you've listened to my podcast, maybe you are a Flip to Freedom Academy member, maybe you just tripped across me or whatever, and you are really working hard. You're putting more energy and effort than you can possibly imagine into trying to make this work. You're forcing it, right? And it's not working for you. Well, guess what? I think the paramount reason is because of that triangle effect, because your mental, spiritual, and the law of attraction that is lined up right there, and it's not allowing you, right? You're not allowing yourself to go out and achieve those results. You're blocking something from having it come to you. And we dissect that in detail so you specifically know, and it's not hocus pocus or whatever, it's not you're gonna sit, you're just gonna close your eyes and think about it, next thing you know, you're gonna get rich. It's not gonna happen, okay? It takes effort, it takes energy, but you can have your effort and energy, right? And it can bring you to your result a lot quicker, a lot easier, with just flowing to it instead of grinding. It's like crawling across the desert on your eyelashes or something. It's not easy. It's almost like this. Picture in your mind a Category 5 river just blowing down. There's rapids. There's white water. It's just flowing, right? And you got a boat, huge boat, and you got the oars, right? And you got the oars and you got all the, your suit on, your helmet on in there. You put the boat in the water and you try to paddle upstream. Because guess what? All the gold and all the riches and all the wealth and all the lifestyle, everything's upstream. Right? That's what you're taught, that's what you're told. So you believe everything's upstream, so you put your boat in there and you paddle hard and you're going, oh my gosh, this is so hard. Can't make it. And what happens is this, is that everything we want is downstream. And you got this massive flow, this huge river. That's the river of life. That's the universe, right? And there's a big difference between going downstream and going with the flow, right? And achieving your goals, than going out and turning your boat upstream and trying to accomplish them. So that's a huge amount. Have you met people that just get so much done, you're wondering, how the heck do these guys, how the heck do they do it? How can they do so much? It's because they're going with the flow. Things line up. People, places, events, deals line up. Why does someone get the call for a deal and then someone else doesn't? Because they're aligned, right, with going down the flow with the universe, spiritual, mental, and law of attraction, and they go out and get ridiculous results with the least amount of effort. Now, if you apply all this, this is a blueprint. This is a precise plan, detailed roadmap for you to walk into Dallas, right, on Friday, and you register, start at 9 o'clock, register, and then you're going to sit down, and we are going to go through in detail. And I'm going to tell you this. There is no selling from the stage. Okay, there's not another guy that comes up and another guy that comes up and another guy that comes up and another guy comes up and everyone's talking about their, $1,500 product that they're going to turn around and sell you. That's not going to happen at my event. What happens is it's me and it's the Barron's Club's members, and we're going to teach. And I have two special guests that I'm not going to announce right now that are game changers. And what's going to happen is that you will learn specifics and exactly what's working. We go through in detail. You get a huge manual. You get all the notes, everything there. So you will have a war chest that you can go back and apply on that Monday to go out and get ridiculous amount of results. Okay. Now we're going to have Andy Bacon's going to talk about HUD homes. He's going to talk in detail about how HUD works. He's flipped over 300 HUD homes. He's going to go in depth on exactly how that works. We got Philly Mike, right? He's crafting up. We were talking to him yesterday. He's crafting up this ridiculous presentation. I'm going to tell you this. The last event in May that we had, he does multiple months. He's done well, right? So after that event, he applied some of the principles from that event, talking about the law of attraction, using your mind and stuff like that. And he went out in this month, in the month of August, right? He's already made over $42,000 for the month, right? Applying the principles that he's learned there and working with them and stuff like that, which is phenomenal. And he's going to go through detail and break down what this month. I mean, he's got 11 deals in the pipeline, so he'll do over $100,000 this month. Okay, $100,000 in revenue this month. This is more than he makes an entire year working his job. Okay, he's quitting his job this month. So the bottom line is that he's going to break down exactly how it's done. We're also going to do this. We're going to do hot seats, meaning, we can take someone who volunteers in the crowd, we can bring you up, and we're going to dissect your business in front of everybody and coach you on what to do and how to do it and the next steps available. Okay, I've never seen this done before. We can bring someone up and we'll go in detail, and we'll take whatever time to go out and take a real world person and their example and their life and what they're doing, and basically steer them in the right direction so they have actionable steps that they can take on Monday. Okay, and that is going to go down. We're going to have Randy, and we're going to have Mike Diaz. They're going to be there. We're going to have Eric Thiel from the podcast reality show is going to be there. We're going to talk that. George is going to be there. He's talking about seller financing. He's working on stuff. So we got a lot of different things that we're going to be talking about right now, and I'm super excited to have it happen. Now, here's the deal, right? It's going to be in Dallas, Texas. Right by the DFW there. It's the DFW Airport Hotel, right at Dallas Fort Worth Airport. The room only holds 100 people. That's it. Registration, we're only going to take 100 registrants. That's it. You're wondering what the cost is. The cost is $50. If you are a Flip to Freedom Academy member, there will be a form there that you can fill out for a reimbursement. Okay, if you're a Flip to Freedom Academy member, you will get reimbursed the $50. You just put your reimbursement form, and we'll send you a check after the event's over. And if you're not a member, then it's just $50. Now, here's the deal. Why is it so cheap? It's so cheap because well, first off, this is our second event. I'm still, learning how to do this whole thing, right? Our first event was such a massive success. We turned, I don't know how many countless people away that couldn't, we couldn't take their registrations because we were completely sold out. So I don't expect anything different here. I think with the amount, when I announced this of what was happening, we have got more support tickets and more emails from people saying, when can we register? We want to get in. What do I got to do to secure my spot? People are emailing saying, hey, can you just give me the link now and I can sign up so I can secure my spot? Well, that's not it, right? All you got to do is click register below and you'll take it to the registration page, and you can register, and I can tell you it's a first come, first serve basis. That's it, first come, first serve. And and we are super excited to see you there because we've got a lot of stuff planned. It's a 3-day event. We're going to go in detail, specifics on exactly what you need to do because everybody's different. I get that. You are different and unique in your own way. You have your own fears, your own inhibitions, your own mental thoughts and mental patterns, your chronic thoughts of what you're thinking about, on a daily basis that might be affecting your confidence and on how you can go out and do things, right, and accomplish things. Well, guess what? We're going to annihilate all that. So when you leave on Monday, you're going to feel empowered that you can accomplish this and you can do this. My goal for this weekend is to give you the hope, the inspiration, and the specific knowledge that you can go out and get ridiculous results. Because you know what? I want you to succeed. Because if you go out and succeed, well, guess what? We're doing good for the world, right? Because you can go out and you can, help other people succeed and teach other people to succeed. And we're doing things that can go out and make it happen for other people. And that's why I do this podcast and I do the Flip to Freedom and stuff like that. It's not for the money because I got a full-time real estate business that I do. But the bottom line is this: is that I love teaching real estate. I love this business, and I want to share the experience and I want to share the lifestyle with other people. So, Dallas, Texas. We're going to have a mixer on Thursday night, so make sure you fly in on Thursday. We've got a room reserved. We're going to do a mixer where everyone gets together. It was packed last time, man. It was nuts. The place was buzzing. People just talking. The networking is phenomenal because you're going to meet some of the most savvy real estate investors all across the entire country that you can network with and JV with. Okay. And what's going to happen is so that will be on Thursday night. We'll do a mixer there. And then we'll start Friday morning at 9 o'clock and we'll go till Sunday night around 6 or 7 o'clock or so. Okay, and like I said, we're going to absolutely hold nothing back when it comes to that. So make sure you register right now for that. Only 100 spots are available and I expect it to go ridiculously quick. Okay, now for my next announcement, which is the $1,000, right? The winner of the $1,000. Right? And it was tough to choose, I can tell you. I got, tons of testimonials. I was in shock. I thought we'd get maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. It was tons of people that are going out and using the podcast and listening and making money. It's phenomenal, right? Tons of them. Well, this one particular touched me because I met her at the first Extreme Freedom event, and she was the biggest thing for her was fear. She was afraid of how to do it and how to talk to people, and there was that fear of actually taking action. It's almost like you're paralyzed that maybe I can't do it, right? Well, what happened is she decided, right then that weekend, she made a commitment, she got started, and she just plowed through the fear with the help of the information, and she went out and she's got her first three checks now. But she wins, and her name is Juanita Johnson. You are the winner of $1,000, and we will be sending you tomorrow via FedEx $1,000 cash. So thank you so much for everybody who had submitted their videos. I am truly, honored and blessed that so many people have said so many great things about Flip to Freedom, about the podcast, about the Flip to Freedom Academy. I am truly blessed, and I am so thankful and appreciative for all you guys listening, supporting, and everything. And now I can tell you that weekend in Dallas is that, the first event, I gave it everything I got. I just poured it all on the line, every detail, right? And Dallas is going to be nothing less. And all those people we turned away for the first event, I apologize. Now you can get involved and you can go to the second event in Dallas, Texas, because we're going to leave absolutely nothing out. We're going to leave no stone unturned. And you will leave a more confident, more inspired, more focused, and you'll have crystal clear clarity on exactly what you need to do to overcome fear, overcome procrastination, manage your time correctly, so you can get results. So the bottom line is this. My goal is that you can leave from this and you can build a $500,000 a year business, and you can be able to do the things you want to do. Spend time with your family, take time off, go for a month to the beach in California for a month and not have to worry about money, not have to stress about, pinching pennies, right? You go to dinner and you look at the right side of the menu instead of the left side of the menu. Why not you just order what you want, right? Okay, aren't you sick of that? Well, this is where we're going to put that to rest. We're going to put it to bed, and you are going to be a different person on Monday. I guarantee it. Register now, and I will see you in Dallas, Texas. Again, thank you so much for the videos. And Juanita Johnson, boom baby. See you later.